if you want to just enjoy like a nice glass of wine, or if you're lucky enough to have a boat on either one of the lakes to just go boating over there, it is just so surreal and so beautiful.
Hello, another great day in Southern California. My name's Don Heller of the Don Heller Group. My office is in Beverly Hills, California, but I chose to live 11 years ago in Westlake Village, the best place to live in Southern California.
That it is. My name is Noah Bissonette. I grew up in Westlake Village, went to Westlake High School, and then Pepperdine, so pretty familiar with the area after spending the majority of my life over there. So for today's list, it's going to be the 5 best things to do in Westlake and Thousand Oaks. So, some of the most fun things that you can do in the area, some of the things where if you have a nice weekend off, you can just go down and, you'll definitely have a great time at any of these spots that we've picked up here. So in the number 5 spot for me, going to Pepperdine and, living so close to the beach, it's gonna have to be that. I mean, you have some of the best surf spots out there, some of the most beautiful beaches and restaurants down there. So, in terms of having a great time and enjoyment, it's really hard living in Southern California to beat going to the beach.
Yeah, I'm not a surfer, but I agree. The nice thing about the area is it's great. It's very convenient and close to the beach, and that is a wonderful feature.
Definitely,
of the community.
definitely. Yeah. How about you?
My number 5 thing to do would be horseback riding. There's a great place off of Lynn Road where you can horseback ride. You ride out in trails in the Santa Monica Mountains. It's beautiful. It's a great way to see the area, and that's my number 5 thing to do.
Yeah, they got great trails, especially in like Thousand Oaks and Agora. Right. Even in Westlake, they have just some of the best horseback trails over there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, great opportunity to.
Oh yeah. So for my number 4 spot, it's a really great place called Oak and Iron. And Oak and Iron is it's a fun bar, and then they have a downstairs basement area kind of set up like a speakeasy. And one of the cool things that I learned from my dad, he's a big musician and just grew up in the music industry, was that in the 80s, that basement, same with right next to it, there's a place called Badass Tacos. So both of those places in the basement were rehearsal studios for all the bands in the Thousand Oaks and Westlake area. So, when he was, in the 80s doing all of his music stuff, that's where a lot of the bands would go and rehearse, is over there.
I never knew that.
Yeah, wow. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. My number 4 thing to do is wine tasting. There are several wineries in the Santa Monica Mountains where you can do wine tasting. Cielo is one of the top wineries that is there. Malibu Estate Vineyards, another one, but it's a beautiful place to go and taste different wines that are made in the area and just relax and have a good time.
Is there a certification that you need to be a wine expert? Because I would say you're pretty up there.
Well, I'm not certified, but unfortunately, fortunately, I've gained a lot of experience firsthand.
So for my number 3 spot on this list, being in pretty close to Los Angeles and being in the Southern California area, you're around some really, really talented musicians. So I would have to say, Civic Arts Plaza / Canyon Club. Both of those are, Civic Arts Plaza's technically, Westlake Thousand Oaks, and then the Canyon Club's Agora. But you have some really famous bands that go around and play there. I know the Foo Fighters just played at the Canyon Club not too long ago. So, you really see some of the best musicians in the world, let alone in California, play at 2 of those spaces, which is right in your backyard.
Yep, been there, and another winner in terms of things to do in Westlake area. My number 3 spot would be cycling. Cycling in the Westlake area is absolutely huge. The community was designed to have bike lanes everywhere. Actually, years ago, I used to competitively cycle and rode with the Amgen cycling team one year. I actually trailed the Amgen cycling team one year, but it's a wonderful place to ride, and again, a great way to see the community and see the Santa Monica Mountains and the ocean at times.
Definitely.
So beautiful thing to do.
Oh yeah. So for my number 2 spot, it's going to have to be, all the hiking trails that are around the area. So in Thousand Oaks, you got Wildwood, which has, an excellent waterfall. It's where they actually filmed a lot of old Westerns, which is really cool from a, historic kind of movie perspective. Same with Malibu Creek State Park. I know they filmed MASH out there, and, just plenty of Westerns and all the stuff there. Actually, in Thousand Oaks, one of the things that was pretty cool was from having all of those movie sets and having all the animals that were on the movie sets, they had a place called Jungle Land, which was, a storage facility turned into a really great amusement park where people could come and take a look at all the great animals that they would have, and they would put on these cool shows. So, having all the movie heritage as well as just the sheer beauty of Southern California, I'd have to go with all the hiking trails that are around there.
Yes, I've done my fair share of hiking. Probably could do a lot more, but enjoy it very much in the area. My number 2 thing to do is the farmers markets in the area. Another beautiful aspect of the Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village area is there are a lot of farming areas right adjacent to Thousand Oaks and Westlake Village. So there are numerous farmers markets where you can go and get fresh vegetables and fresh fruit and other things that make it really a great place to enjoy fresh food.
Yeah, I know they have that one on like with the Oaks Mall. They'll have that set up there on the weekends, and that's a really cool spot to go for sure.
Yeah, it's a great thing. It's a really good thing to do.
Definitely. So for my number 1 spot, I'm gonna have to go with Westlake Lake / Lake Sherwood. I mean, those are just 2 of the most beautiful places that you can go to if you want to just enjoy like a nice glass of wine, or if you're lucky enough to have a boat on either one of the lakes to just go boating over there. It is just so surreal and so beautiful every time that you're over there.
I agree with that. It is something that my wife and I enjoy doing. We have a kayak on the West Lake,
Nice.
and so we do enjoy that, and it's just perfect and convenient.
Yeah.
My number 1 thing is golf. You wouldn't tell by my attire, but
Definitely.
But I'm an avid golfer. And there are numerous golf clubs in the Westlake Thousand Oaks. In fact, probably the greatest density of golf around the Los Angeles basin. Just wonderful golf courses, whether they're public or private. And it's something that I enjoy. The climate of Westlake, which tends to be cooler
Definitely.
than many other parts of Southern California. And also, just really wonderful terrain. So it's a great place to play golf.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank everyone. My name's Don Heller. Really enjoyed presenting these lists of great restaurants and things to do. And what do you think, Noah? Are there many more to follow?
I mean, many more to follow. I mean, Thousand Oaks and Westlake, just such a fantastic area. And there's so many things that, we just didn't have time to cover. And there's so many more things that people can do in that area. I think moving forward, some of the places to shop, schools, other activities that, go on in that great neighborhood. If you guys would be interested in taking a look at that and, seeing how these lists are going to progress, we're going to be putting out more content on social media. So make sure to follow us at Don Heller Group. Thank you so much.